Oh, yeah.
I like that.
We like to open every episode with a celebration.
That hits a spot. Nothing better than a cold Red Bull.
Oh, yeah, baby. Cold anything, really.
Yeah, that's true.
It's nice to meet you, man.
Likewise. How are you? I like your Better Lover shirt.
Thank you. Got it in Birmingham, Alabama.
That's where I was last night.
Oh, yeah?
I think last night. Yeah, last night.
They start to blur together,
yeah,
man, on
Iron
the road.
City. Yeah.
Where'd y'all play in Birmingham?
Iron City.
Sweet.
It was cool. Sold out.
Nice. Did you get to go check out the city at all?
No, actually, that's not true. I walked 2 miles each way to a laundromat and then realized that the venue had laundry. So that's sick. But yeah, I just did that. It was nice out. It was hot.
Yeah. Yeah, Birmingham's beautiful.
Yeah.
Mostly. Parts of it.
I went there a couple of weeks ago, right before this tour, and saw Hot Mulligan. And then on a tour I did last year, I was there with Drugs and Escape the Fate.
You just went to Birmingham?
Yeah. Well, my girlfriend lives in Atlanta. So,
oh, okay.
We drove up. It's like 2.5 hours or something like that.
And you're from Chi-Town? Is that what Kurt was telling me?
Yeah.
You still live there?
I do.
Awesome.
I stay there, but I'm never there.
Right. Well, you have a home there.
Yeah.
You vacationing.
Yep. Yeah. I vacation there sometimes.
Yeah. That's how my brother. He's like, I work and live in Texas, but I have a home in Arkansas, like a vacation in Arkansas.
Yeah.
So he's just never home.
Yeah. I will be home for like 2 weeks after this, and then I'll be gone for like 10 weeks.
Man.
I'm doing a run with Thornhill. They're opening up for North Lane and Event Animate.
Okay.
And then I have to leave that early to go. I'm driving a bandwagon for Span Malevolence, who is opening up for Lamb of God and Mastodon.
Holy shnikes.
And then that's like 7 weeks, and then I'll be home for like 2 weeks, and then I'm driving a wagon for Holding Absence, and they're opening up for Sleeping with Sirens.
Oh my God.
And then I don't have anything locked in after that, but
wow.
I just got
like most of the year, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like literally yesterday or 2 days ago, I just got an offer for a 3-month tour right after that, but I gotta see.
And you drive? You just drive?
Yep,
Oh
drive every day, every night, not every day.
Right.
Yeah, so like I sleep all day and then drive all night, and
Thank you for making time for this.
yeah, of course. I'm glad it worked.
Cuts into y'all's time for
no,
sure.
it's all good. We have an off day tomorrow.
Okay.
So with this tour, I'm with Silent Planet, and we're like the direct support on the tour. So the headliner, Dayseeker, is doing like they have a lot of like shows that we're not on. They're doing some festivals and stuff. So we have like a ton of off days. So it really hasn't been that bad.
So you get to like, are y'all not drive? Y'all probably won't drive tonight, I assume.
I'm gonna drive. Yeah, we're going to Tulsa.
Oh, so you're just gonna kill it, get there,
Yeah.
and have the day.
And then spend the day there tomorrow, and then after that we're going to Kansas City, I think.
Nice. We were just in Wichita
Nice.
like last week.
I feel like I was just in Kansas City too. I don't know.
I feel like you're everywhere always.
I am. Well, like we were in St. Louis, and then we spent 3 days in Minnesota, and it's been good. It's been really
That's
good.
awesome. So
Yeah.
do you live in the suburbs or you live in the city?
Yeah, I'm like an hour south of Chicago.
Okay.
There's this venue called The Forge that is in Joliet, Illinois. That
The Forge.
it's been a couple different things. It used to be Mojo's and The Tree, and maybe
Doesn't ring a
that's
bell.
it.
Is it a bigger venue?
No, it's like maybe
Like an underground spot?
It's like 800 cap.
Okay.
800 to 1,000 maybe. if I
That's
had to
big for
guess.
here.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, for Chicago it's not.
Like the hall is our biggest spot next to the arena, so it's like
Yeah.
1,500 is pretty maxed out for
Yeah,
our
this
town.
is for Chicago. It's not that big,
Right.
And then, yeah, I'm like 20 minutes from there, and whenever I'm in Chicago, I just drive. It's like maybe 40 minutes to an hour, depending on traffic,
Oh, that's not too bad.
to like a lot of the venues.
Yeah.
It's
You ever
not
go
bad,
into town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever, like, I do photography, so whenever I go up and shoot shows,
Yeah, you do
then-
shows too. Good Lord.
Yeah, I'm busy. So like, on a tour that I did last year, I was doing 4 jobs. I was doing all the driving, tour managing,
Come on.
VIP, and all the photo video stuff.
What the?
I was like, wait, what else did I do?
For one band or the
Yeah,
whole
no,
band?
for one band.
Oh my God.
But
Even
still, like,
though.
yeah, like I've done it where I'm TMing the headliner, so I'm basically in charge of everybody and
Right.
doing all those other jobs.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, it's
How do you fall into doing all of it?
I get suckered into it.
Okay.
But I mean, it's fun. I like it.
I hope there's a pay increase. You're like, look, man, I'm not sleeping.
Well, with that, What was nice is we did a van and trailer, but then we got hotels every night.
Oh.
Which was super nice because then you could like sleep in an actual bed and shower and like get coffee in the morning. And yeah, that's like a game changer for sure.
I don't know how you would do. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I think I'm busy now. You're just like giving me anxiety. Like, wait, 4 jobs?
Yeah. Yeah. It was. I mean, it's fun though. Like VIP is not that bad. Content's really not that bad.
You started in photography, right?
Yeah. So I've been shooting shows for like probably 10 years, maybe a little bit longer, and I just started touring 3 years ago, almost.
What was the change for? Money?
Almost 4. No, I got offered to do, like, I've wanted to tour since I was a kid.
Same.
And it was just like I got the opportunity and took it and kind of never looked back.
Somebody was just like, "Hey, we need a guy."
Yeah, literally, I got a cold call or cold text and was like, "Hey, I got an artist that goes out on tour in 2 weeks. Do you want to come do this?" And it was like I think the tour was like for just under 2 weeks. It was like a short acoustic run, and then so I told my work that I had to go. The first time I don't remember what I told them. I think I told them that I had to go. That my grandma was sick and I had to go to California.
It, dude.
I totally lied about it.
You gotta lay it on a grandparent for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And thank God my grandmother is in good health, and she just turned 87 on the 9th. So
nice, happy birthday.
Yeah, she's great.
I turned 40 on the 3rd. So
nice. There you go. I just turned 32 on the 7th.
Nice, happy birthday.
Thank you. You too.
Hell yeah.
But. Yeah, I think I told them that, and then before that, when I first started working with this artist, they texted me, and it was on a Wednesday. They were like, "Hey, originally I was gonna go on a Friday or Saturday, I think," and they're like, "Hey, the guy that I'm like recording with is leaving, so you need to come tomorrow." So I had to take the day off of work on Thursday. So I can't even believe I'm saying this, but so Thursday I woke up and texted. Well, I got up at like 4 a.m. and drove to Michigan to this artist's house and spent the whole day with him, and I texted my boss saying that I woke up and that I was in excruciating pain and that I was pissing blood because I thought I had kidney stones, which was just not true. Not true at all. Yeah. And then
actually, I'm in Dearborn, Michigan, about to fucking haul ass across the country.
Yeah, and then the entire drive home, I just listened to podcasts and watch YouTube videos about like the side effects of having a kidney stone, so that I could actually answer his questions. Yeah, so that was. I mean, it paid off.
Terms.
Yeah. I'm like, the doctor said this.
What job
this, and
was
this. I worked in a machine shop. We made
the
machines that cut up the toppings for frozen pizza, which is like a super weird, like it cut
what a weird.
Yeah, it cut like pepperoni and cheese and stuff, and would go on conveyors, and then it would like, it was like we made for like.
So y'all didn't make the pizza, y'all just made the toppings.
Just made the machines that cut up the toppings.
You made the machines.
Yeah,
you were a machine shop.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
What a weird job.
Yeah.
How many places need those machines where they have a
lot.
whole? Apparently,
A lot.
Gordon Ramsay needs his cheese.
Yep. Well, like they have like those. Homer and Inn has like restaurants, and they like use that to produce more pizza than
what?
Yeah, it's just way more efficient. It's crazy.
Well, that's an odd job.
Yeah.
What did you do? Were you a machine?
Yeah. I was a machinist. I ran like CNC lathes and mills, and then I upgraded from that to run a CNC laser cutter.
Nice.
And then
hell yeah,
towards my end.
You ever make any brass knuckles or anything like that?
I never made any brass knuckles. I made car parts that I would sneak out the back door.
A little alternator bracket or something.
I made a whole part of my bed I have a 66 Ranchero, and I made a whole back part of my bed. And I snuck it out the back door.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else I made. Yeah, I mean, if you could draw it, I can make it.
Yeah, CAD. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was cool. I worked there for almost 10 years.
And just like that, boom.
Yep.
It all shifted. That's crazy.
Yeah, I
So you were doing photography in your spare time with that one?
Yeah, so I got started. I got an email from a record label, and they were just like, "Hey, I used to run my own suicide prevention nonprofit.
Nice.
And I got a random email from a record label being like, "Hey, we have this band on our label that has I don't remember exactly what it was, that like has a song about suicide prevention, or like somebody in the band is dealing with something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but something related to that, you know." And they're like, "Yeah, do you want to come interview them at Warped Tour?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, that'd be sick." And I
Just
wasn't
let me think about it.
I wasn't a photographer at all, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do that. And then like a couple days before, I was like, oh shit, I should probably buy a camera or something so that I could record it. Yeah, and so then I got a Best Buy credit card and bought a Canon T3i for like $1,200 or something ridiculous
went off to
like
Warped
that.
Tour.
I shot Warped Tour, and then like I don't know, like 2 weeks later, I shot Five Finger Death Punch, and
Okay.
and that was like a big jump. And I was like, I want to do this every day of my life, like, and I've been doing it ever since.
Your jump off points are insane.
Yeah.
You're like, one day I just
Yeah.
did it, and now I do
Literally.
it forever. You're
Yeah.
like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah. I got really lucky.
You're like the stand-up comedian that has one set and is in movies the
Yep.
next week.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, like
crazy.
I shot shows like a lot in Chicago, like 3 and 4 a week for like a long
y'all
time.
have shows.
But
Got coming out just everywhere.
I could do it 5 nights, 6 nights a week if I wanted
That's
to.
pretty awesome. So you get good fast.
Yeah.
Repetition.
So I was doing, I would say consistently probably 4 shows a week while
Wow.
working 55 hours a week.
That's great.
Oh my God, Kurt would
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
I think he would die with 4 shows a week
It
just
was-
shooting.
It was a lot.
Wow.
Yeah. But I mean, it was fun.
It bug bit you hard.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So were you wanting to be a musician touring?
No, I don't play anything.
Like, well, you like the idea of like, I don't know, kind of vagabonding around the world doing whatever.
Yeah. When I first started photography, I was like, yo, this is so
'Cause I
sick.
feel like the job you have, the job I would love to have.
Mm-hmm.
Like those, we're a different brain type. I don't feel tied to anywhere really.
Yeah.
I could exist in any moment,
yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah, I think like the idea of seeing new things every day is very appealing to me.
It's the best.
I love it, like waking up, or like not
Wanderlust.
waking up, but like driving and like seeing the sunrise every morning is there's
in
nothing
a completely new spot.
exactly like one day you could be on the mountains in Colorado and literally the next day being like the beaches of California, and like
Right.
it's so sick.
That is so
And you're getting
sick.
paid to do that, to hang out with your friends. Like if the band is sick, like you're getting paid to hang out with your friends. But yeah, I think it's something I always probably wanted to do.
You ever sleep out on the beach or anything? Somewhere
No,
exotic?
no. I'm trying to think where the craziest place I stayed was. I stayed in California. We stayed in the former president of Mexico's house in an
Whoa.
Airbnb. Yeah, we were the first people to stay in it. I'm trying to think what else.
That's different.
Yeah, it was sick.
Was it regal in there?
It was like on the side of a mountain, and
Of course.
yeah, it was sick.
Did you stay at like Castle Bam years ago?
Oh yeah, that's right.
You
Yeah,
stayed at Castle
I stayed
Bam?
at Castle Bam.
Get the
Yeah,
fuck outta
Yeah,
here.
I swear to God.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Did you
and-
skate down the driveway?
No, we couldn't find a skateboard. We searched the entire property.
Castle
couldn't find
Bam. Oh my
couldn't
God.
find a skateboard. We looked around for like 2 hours.
Were the Lambos there?
Yeah, one of them. I want to say a green one was there.
Yeah.
Um,
That's insane. Is it an Airbnb now?
no. One of the tours we were on, the opener was like friends with Jess Margera, or is friends with Jess
Yeah.
Margera, and
Get the fuck out.
yeah, because they like use it.
CKY and stuff.
Yeah, they use it as like a recording studio.
Yeah,
They have
yeah.
like bands in there.
Yeah.
They have like the soundboard from Prince's like
Get
house or whatever.
Fucking out
Yeah.
of here.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
And I guess there's like some big lawsuit between Bam and Jesse now.
There
too,
is.
so,
Yeah.
which is
Well, you know,
sad,
Bam's
but-
a little.
Yeah, he's a little out there.
He's
I guess
kinda
he's
going
on
off.
the straight and narrow now.
He's doing good. Well, I hope all that works out because I've always been a fan. That's wild, though.
Same. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else.
Dude, what the fuck? That's awesome,
Yeah,
Kurt.
yeah, it was sick. It's funny.
It's like what a dream come true, man.
Yeah.
I would have been doing so much ignorant shit. I'd have got myself hurt.
I was so tired because I drove
the
there
whole
and-
night, yeah.
I think we stayed there for 3 nights. I think 2 or 3, but yeah,
Wow.
it was sick, and like it's just like it was on the show. Like they have the big like
Sometimes being the
Heartogram or
tag along
whatever.
is even funner because you
Yeah.
have none of the responsibility.
Yep.
But you could just enjoy
Yeah,
all of the
yeah.
splendor.
yeah. I was trying not to like freak out, and then like I didn't realize that Jess was in CKY, so I was
Yeah.
just like, oh, sick. That's
Like the whole time.
yeah,
Yeah.
because they had like they do all their own merch fulfillment there, I guess, or they did at the time.
Really?
So there was just like a ton of merch on like the kitchen table or whatever, and I was just like, hell, you guys have all the CKY stuff over in there. He's like, I'm in the band, and I was like, oh shit, my bad.
Beedle-doo-doo.
Yeah, my bad.
Love that song.
Yeah. But yeah, that was sick. I forgot about that.
You're living a good life when you forgot you stayed at Castle.
Yes,
Bam.
yes,
Yeah.
that I do live a very lucky life.
That's cool, man.
Last June or July, I was on tour, and I drove like 3.5 hours after a show and dropped the artist and our merch girl and our sound guy off at a hotel, and then me and one of the other guys that was playing, I was gonna drive him to his house, and I was like, dude, I'm too tired, like, you gotta drive. And so he started driving, and 10 minutes after that, we got T-boned, and
He fell asleep?
no, somebody ran a red light.
Oh, no.
And we rolled the van 3 times, and our trailer was 4 lanes of traffic away on the other side of a median. Luckily, we both had our seatbelt on. But yeah,
full of gear, the trailer was full?
Yep.
Oh, my
Gear.
God.
And we had, thank God there was nobody else in there, because if, like, the people were in the back, they probably wouldn't have made it because the whole roof collapsed, because, like, we rolled.
Was it a van?
Yeah, it was a Sprinter.
Holy shit.
So yeah, I went to the hospital. I was physically fine, like, didn't have any bruises or anything.
Internals.
And yeah, and I have like a blood clotting disorder, so I was like, if I'm internally bleeding, like, I need to go to the hospital, you know. So I go to the hospital, and I'm begging the guy that was driving my vehicle, Mitch. I'm like begging him, like, dude, you need to go to the hospital. Like, it's this other guy's fault. Like, you're not gonna have to pay for anything. Like, just go to the hospital. And he was like, no, I don't need to. And I was like, just go get checked out.
You gotta go, man.
And thank God I told him, because he had a collapsed lung, and he had to have like 5 or 6 surgeries. And
Dude.
Luckily I was fine. I had like a CAT scan or MRI or whatever it
Yeah.
was. And I had like a pretty severe concussion. I couldn't remember my name for like almost 10 days. And then it was kind of funny. I like woke up. I don't know if I fell asleep or like what happened, but I remember like waking up, and the doctor like shook my leg or whatever, and he was like, how you doing, bud? And I was like, not great. It's like, feels like I got hit by a bus. Thank God it was only a car. And he did not think it was funny. I thought it was hilarious, but he didn't think it was funny. I was like, come on, man, that was funny.
Can I get a little something?
Yeah. And then they were like, yeah, we're going to pump you with a bunch of painkillers. And I was like, no, you're not. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't care how much pain I'm in. I don't want to like.
I'm not a huge fan either.
Yeah.
I don't like feeling
they were trying to, they wanted to, I had like an IV, and they wanted to put fentanyl, and I was just like, no,
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll take Tylenol.
I don't want to get addicted to this shit.
Yeah, I'm so paranoid that that's going to happen.
You have an addictive personality? I do.
For sure.
Oh, boy. Not bad.
And I was like, I would rather just be in pain. And I was in pretty bad pain for like a couple of weeks.
Tylenol is about to, especially for downers.
Yeah.
I quit weed everything. Can't do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I can't either. I can't do it. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to as a driver. It's not worth the responsibility or worth the risk of like, well, what if I wake up and I'm still a little stoned? Like, nah, I'm not going to do that.
That's responsible, man. Good on you.
And a lot of drivers don't do that.
No, they don't. I've worked in
lot of-
venues a lot of years, and most of them leave pretty fucking tanked. You're
Yeah.
like, hey, I don't
I'm
know if you
like-
should be driving, bud.
Like, dude, you just killed a 6-pack. You should not be driving. I don't know if you should walk, let alone drive.
Didn't you just buy a pound of weed? Where the fuck
Yeah.
are you? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like, dude. Yeah, I did a tour, I don't know, a couple years ago, and the driver would go in the back of the bandwagon and smoke with the band and then drive. And I was like,
No way.
how?
No, I would fall asleep.
Yeah,
There's
I can't.
no way.
I can't do that.
Too lightweight or whatever, susceptible to like.
Yeah, no, it's just not. I need to be focused. Like
Yeah.
I have literally 10 people's lives in my hand. I'm not going to do that, you know?
That's probably that's terrifying. Because you have techs and stuff too. You roll with bands that pull like techs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Have you driven any buses?
No, you have to have a CDL to drive a bus.
Really?
Yeah. So bandwagons are specifically designed so you don't have to have a
Right,
CDL.
I knew
So
that.
it's air assisted brakes, and it's under 26,000 pounds apparently.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it is, but that's what it
Those
says.
motherfuckers are huge.
Yeah.
Like my
I think
car
they-
weighs 8.
I think
it's a Honda.
I think it's like 59 feet long with the trailer. Well, we have a different trailer on it, but normally bandwagon trailers, I think it's 59 feet long because it has to be under 60.
So they got it right at the.
Yeah.
They know exactly what they're doing.
Yep. Yeah, it's very calculated.
What's the maximum amount before you have to have
Yeah.
a CDL,
Yeah.
which is still probably pretty dangerous for most people to drive that around.
Yeah. I mean, I've been driving it for a couple of years, and I'm still just like, I don't know how they let us do this. Like, are you sure I can drive
Every time
this?
I'm in a big U-Haul, I'm like, this guy, how can an 18-year-old come get
Yeah.
one of these
Yeah.
who has no experience?
Yeah.
Here's a 25-foot truck
Yeah.
that's 10 feet tall.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's there's a bridge in New York that we have to go under that's 12 foot 11, and we're 12 foot 10. So it's literally 1 inch of clearance,
Oh
and
my
you have to
God.
go slow as hell.
Bump and you're done.
Exactly.
Get out, deflate the tires.
Yeah, right.
You got another
It's like-
inch.
It's like, yeah, it's not good. Not good at all. But like, yeah, New York, driving those things in New York is.
I would be.
Yeah.
Can we just not play in New York?
Yeah,
I mean, come on, guys.
Luckily, on this tour, we only played in Buffalo, and it was easy.
Heyo.
It was nice.
Like a side city.
Yeah, we played at Buffalo Riverworks, I think. It was cool.
That's cool.
It was in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I feel like I've never been up that way, but
Buffalo is pretty depressing.
Is it?
It's pretty bad. Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
Those E-Tit videos are full of shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not sick. I love that band, but it's not. It's just so like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not sick.
Most places aren't like the funnest place.
Yeah. Yeah,
Most.
Buffalo is just really depressing. I mean, when I was there, I guess it was a couple weeks ago, like it felt like it was winter. Like not temperature wise, but everything was just like gloomy, and I was like, ugh. I hate this.
It's like springtime and it feels gloomy
Yeah,
outside.
yeah, I'm
What is
just
this,
like,
England?
ugh. Yeah. Like, this is gross.
Just one of those weird places.
Yeah, no thanks. I don't ever want to. New York is a big pain in the ass too, because you have to drive the speed limit. This whole state speed limit's 55.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Is that real?
yeah. And same thing with California. If you have a trailer or if you're a semi, you can only like highways and everything is 55.
Everything's 55?
55. Yep.
What?
Yep. Yep.
That's
And California Highway Patrol.
so
like,
lame.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially because like in some parts of California, like the regular speed limit's like 70, 75.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you're going 15, 20 miles an hour
And
slower
you're coming
than.
up on something going that slow.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But
I didn't know that. That's weird.
Yep.
What a bitch law.
yep.
It sucks.
Yeah, it's not fun.
So you have no choice. You just 55,
Yep.
put it on
Well,
cruise control.
The other thing, bandwagons they have a governor on them, so you can only go 65 anyways. So no matter how fast you can go,
shame on
gas
you,
gas to the pedal or gas to the floor.
it probably helps the
65.
gas mileage though.
Yeah, I think it probably has to do with their insurance.
What's
or
one of them
something.
things get gas mileage wise?
I think they're quoted at 6 or 8 miles a gallon, and it's
Oh,
diesel. So
God.
going from Birmingham to here, it cost us. Well, I filled up like an hour into the drive last night, and it cost me $280.
Oh man!
And then I put in another $260 right when I got here. Yeah,
So it cost you $280 to get here from.
more than that, probably closer to over 300 because I got gas after I left there.
Right, $300
Yeah,
to get.
in a 5-hour drive, 6
Yeah,
hour drive.
6.5, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
it's-
too much.
Yeah, yep.
Oh
I mean, it's not my money.
God. Yeah, no,
but-
I get it, but still, holy
Yeah,
hell.
yep.
I think I just van and trailer it my
Yeah.
whole life.
Well,
Now,
especially because the cost of the wagon too is like
the cost of the wagon,
it's yeah. I mean, you're looking at without gas, you're looking at probably close to $1,000 a day.
Now, assume you're just on a bunch of lists, but behind the scenes things are always
Yeah.
fascinating to me. Is it
Yeah.
Bandwagon that hires you, or is
No,
it the
it's
band?
a band's. It's a band's.
Really?
Bandwagon has like I just found out about this. Bandwagon has
Like a list.
a list of like preferred drivers or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get on it, but I want to get
Hey,
on it.
man,
but-
Bandwagon.
yeah.
Sit on this clip, Kurt.
But no, honestly, even without that, I'm booked up like most of the rest of the year.
It sounds like you're
Which
not
is-
having any problem.
No, which is good, but like I also want some time at home, want some time with the girlfriend. You know,
That's the thing.
got it.
That's the weird,
Yeah.
that work-life balance.
Yep. Well, luckily, like if we have a couple of days off, I can always just fly her out or like fly my mom out or something like that.
Or they're close. You can
Yeah.
get them
Yeah.
to come down. That
Yeah.
I just started a band with my wife. I was
There
like,
you
look,
go.
I want to do this too,
Yeah, you
but
want
it's
the
like,
best of
I
both
just
worlds.
bring her with me. Yeah.
Nice. What kind of music?
It's different. We've only played a handful of shows. We really tried to craft it. We wanted something new kind of
Nice.
sounding. I mean, that sounds
Yeah.
fucking pretentious as
No,
hell.
that's all right.
But we took a bunch of ideas and we were like, so, I'm sure you know who the 68 is.
Yeah, yeah,
So that guitar tone that they have.
yeah.
But then we write songs more in the vein of like a Paramore.
Cool.
But then that was the starting point, and then
Yeah.
it kind of evolved itself, and now it has like a little bit of a southern twang,
Huh. Cool.
like a little hint of Maylene,
Nice,
or
there you go.
Skennard or something.
Yeah.
It's like just a little bit,
Yeah.
and so that's kind of where it's. So it's like southern pop rock
Nice.
with a single guitar player that plays through 3 different amps.
Nice.
So we have like
I like that.
the guitar amp, and then we have a bass amp that's made for the mid-range bass, and then we have a sub-bass amp that just gets all the crushing low end for like the rumble.
Sick.
It's pretty sick.
You played a couple of shows?
We played a handful, and we're about to record literally tomorrow.
Sick. Well, good luck
So
with that.
because we kind of like, we want it to do well, so we've been almost too much thinking about all the little things and the details. Like we went out and
that's
bought
good.
insane gear. We have insane gear.
That's great.
Everything's top of the line.
You
so
gotta
when we
invest.
come back, we have this idea. We have this EP we can push.
Yeah.
Which we're doing like 5 songs.
Nice.
Just and then we'll release them as singles like everybody does.
Yeah.
And just build that. I was actually the guy who was here, Jacob. I was just talking to him about booking a tour for the end of the year.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Just start. We have to start now because now we have the ideas in place. The songs are proven. Like we played a couple shows, test the waters.
Yeah.
People liked it. Just go. Now it's just go time.
Off to the races.
But my wife's in it, and then
That's
the
sick.
guitar player lives with his wife, and they both have time off from work too. And so we need a merch person.
There you go.
It's like it's just
Bring
only
her.
4 of us.
Yeah. There
We
you
just
go.
go.
Perfect. Perfect.
And we can tour. The rigs are small enough. We could tour in an SUV if we needed to.
There you go.
You know, like a Suburban or something.
Yeah. In high school, I had an Expedition and a big like 16 or 18 foot box trailer or enclosed trailer, and I would bring all my friends' bands around to all the shows, and they'd be like all like the national touring bands, like the fuck is this local band have this huge
Giant
rig for?
rig, yeah.
Like I used it to tow 4-wheelers around, and they're like, oh yeah, we got 2 cabs and like a couple of it was way overkill, but it was fun.
Hell yeah.
And it didn't have heat, and I would do it in the winter, and it was not fun.
Not in Chicago.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yep.
Their winter ain't no joke.
Now.
That lake effect snow shit.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I remember we did this show. I don't remember exactly where it was. It was like 2.5 hours south, and they had a 20-minute set, and we drove all the way down there in the winter. And by the time we got down there, they canceled the show because there was like a huge snowstorm, and we didn't know. And we drove all the way down there, and it was just like, oh man.
That's
had to drive all the way
terrifying.
back.
We almost got stuck in Chicago. I've been there a handful of times. I've only played there once.
Where'd you play at?
God, it was a place called the Elbow Room.
I know that name. I've never been there, I don't think. But
You can't go there because it closed down.
Well, that's probably
And
why.
honestly, rightfully so.
Yeah, not sick.
Just just it was honestly, dude, it was a staff issue. They were just so fucking rude.
I hate that.
It was crazy. It was like it sucks because like every time else I've been there for work but kind of play. I was there on somebody else's dime, so like
Nice.
I kind of like, oh, let me
I like
go
that.
here and like
Yeah.
fool around for a minute.
Yeah.
Eat some of the cool spots. I talked to some of the locals. I was like, look, I don't want any of the TV shit. I want to go where you go.
Yeah.
And they
Nice.
And so I had a great time. Haven't really spent too much time there. You know, I've been to Chicago 4 times. I bet I've been there a total of 8 hours.
Damn. It's not enough. You got to come back.
It's not enough. It isn't. And
come
I
back.
agree
I've
because
only been to one time.
yeah.
Yeah, but it was with me.
Yeah.
Like I didn't go see the Bean. I didn't go to any museums.
I haven't
Like,
seen the Bean either, and I've lived there for 20.
I feel like there's some
I've
things-
been there twice because I have seen the Bean, but it was before.
I feel like there's some things you need to do
Yeah.
when you go to a place you're not from.
Yeah.
So I think the Bean is kind of like on the list. Get
Yeah.
the Bean out of the way. But I do want to go back, but it's just like
Yeah.
I don't really have a reason to go there.
Yeah.
Let's like take a train ride up there. Or something.
Oh,
Yeah, come
shit,
hang out with
that'd
me.
be awesome.
I don't know
If
when
you're
I'll be
home,
there, but yeah.
Minus
Maybe
July.
next year.
I have one day,
Yeah.
October 7th
Yep.
of 25.
Yep. Oh,
Does it make you feel weird, dude, being that gone? Like, I've always had, like, this feeling, like, if I was gone all the time, like, say a band picks
Yeah.
up and I could go all the time, I'd feel so bad about being like, I'm paying all this money
well,
for a place I don't live.
I don't. I'm staying with my mom right now. So
Sick.
Yeah.
Proper.
She's great and lets me stay there. And
How old are you?
I just turned 32. But
Dang, young, dude, you're killing it.
yeah,
That's awesome.
Trying to.
Well, to you, Corey, it's young.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
you know.
funny. A lot of other people think that I'm old.
Nah. Not when somebody's older.
That's true.
Well, you look at the age of like some of these band dudes now. It's like that's pretty on par.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
25 to
25 to 35 is kind of your age range
Yeah.
always, really.
Yeah.
But people are staying looking younger longer
Yeah.
these days.
Yeah.
You know, my dad, when he was 40, did not look like me.
Yeah.
It's all those preservatives.
Yeah.
We're preserved. It's all those preservatives, yeah. Probably all those fucking drugs I used to do.
That will probably
That'll
do the
preserve
opposite
you.
effect. I don't think that's how that works.
I'm convinced meth is a human preservative.
I don't know.
No, it deteriorates. It's the quitters. The quitters, you'll be like, I'm 67, and you think they're on meth, right? But they're not.
Yeah, they're
like, I
13.
haven't done meth in 20 years, you're like, you look the same. It's like the day you stop meth,
Is
it
when it gets
crystallizes
bad?
your body,
Jesus.
and you just kind of stay looking the
Yeah.
same the
Yeah.
whole time. It's wild.
Surely that's not true.
I have
It might not be,
I've
but
not
I
experienced it.
But I have
I'm
a
not-
buddy who's like in his 50s, and you would never know it. And he
Yeah.
clearly, I mean, he'll tell you.
Yeah.
It's part of his whole thing.
Yeah.
He's a beautiful human. I love him. His name's David. I could say it. He's great.
Yeah.
But boy, howdy, that man lived a life
Yeah.
before he has this one. And
Yeah.
dude, he is well preserved.
Dang. That's interesting.
like a self-embalmment.
That's interesting. I've never thought about that before. Oh man,
I have weird perspectives.
that's all right.
I, sit,
Nothing wrong
I,
with
sit-
that.
I work alone, so I have
There you go.
a lot of time to sit
I mean,
and
I
think
do
about
too.
dumb shit.
Yeah, I drive.
Podcasts are the only reason I'm sane.
I drive and just sit there and
Mm-hmm.
well, the good thing about driving is like sometimes, like now that I've been doing it for a little bit, I have other driver friends, so like we're all awake at the same time and we just chat on the phone.
Yeah.
Which is
Do y'all
nice.
have the same rules as semis and stuff, where like you
No.
can only drive
Nope.
10 hours
Nope.
or whatever?
No, we're not. We're not governed by
beholden.
anything. It's just the bandwagons are titled as an RV, so it's just like a regular
whatever.
motorhome. Yeah,
They're
we
like
can do
you-
whatever.
So if you're driving 15 hours, it doesn't matter.
Nope.
How do they try? Surely they're not like you got a 20-hour leg the next day. You
No,
gotta drive all day.
well, I mean, booking agents don't generally do that, but
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes they do. But the most I've done, I did 2 back-to-back 20-hour days. It was to start a tour. I had
Oh.
2.5 days to get from
to the bandwagon and get to them.
Indianapolis to California.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Not enough time.
Holy smokes.
So at the end of this tour, our last show's in San Diego, and I have to go San Diego to Nashville to Louisville, and then fly home from Louisville.
Just because of airports? Like,
Yeah.
oh my.
Well, Nashville is where the band is based out of, and then Louisville is where
Okay.
the wagon is based out of.
Oh, you got to drive too. You can't even fly. Oh.
Yeah.
So you have to fly from Louisville.
Yep. Yep.
Woof, dude.
Yep. Well, actually, my car is in Atlanta at my girlfriend's house, so I'm gonna fly from Louisville to Atlanta, and then drive home from Atlanta to Chicago. So yeah, I'm putting a lot of miles on.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's
Just to get home.
yeah.
A 4,000-mile
Yeah.
trip home.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a week to get home.
Yeah.
Probably
Probably.
pretty close, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, luckily, Nashville and Louisville aren't too far
No,
apart
it's only
from
like
each other.
4 hours,
Yeah,
maybe.
something pretty close.
Yeah.
That's like every time I go to Kentucky, that's how I know I'm like on the straight shot home. Is because once you hit 40 in Nashville,
Yep.
you just go. That's home
Yep.
to here.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah. It's gonna
dude,
be,
that's wild.
yeah. And then the next tour, I go out with Thornhill, and that starts in Portland or Seattle or something like that. So I
Mm-hmm.
have to drive my house to Indianapolis, and then Indianapolis all the way out to Portland.
So you got to do it again.
Yeah.
Holy shit,
That's all
man.
right. It's now that it's like not cold out, it's not that bad. Like
Fair.
when I started a tour with them, it was them actually with Silent Planet in February, end of January. No, it was January, middle of January, and it was so cold that the diesel fuel was freezing. So yeah, it was when it was like
Turning
20
to gel.
Yeah, yeah. Even with anti-gel, like you put stuff in it to make it not
Yeah, yeah,
gel,
yeah,
and it was still gelling. Like I put in like 4 times the amount, and I had another driver that did the same drive like a couple days before, maybe a week before, and he had to get it towed 3 times. Yeah,
Jesus,
because
man.
when it gels up, you can't do
can't-
anything
yeah.
except literally put heaters on the gas tanks
Yeah.
until it thaws out. It literally turns to like gel. But now that it's summer, that won't be an issue.
Sure.
I'll
That's
just be able to
my
haul.
god.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
I mean, I
'cause
think that's why like truckers leave their trucks running all
Yeah,
the
it
time.
is.
even
Yeah.
with that,
Even with it, yeah.
even with that, you can't keep it warm enough.
That's
sometimes.
crazy. You'd
Yeah.
think they'd have some sort of like wrap, a warmer wrap.
they
you
do,
could-
but bandwagon doesn't put them on. Yeah, it's
So you'd
just-
have to like buy that yourself,
Yeah.
which I can imagine how much that would
Yeah,
cost.
I'm not sure. But honestly, I don't know because I feel like if that was like an end all be all, then every truck would have, like every semi would have it on
That's
there.
true.
And they
You'd see it
they
everywhere.
still freeze up all the time. So maybe they're not that effective.
Probably not. But probably with the wind, wind chill is way different.
Yeah.
So you probably can't,
Yeah.
nothing you can do to block that. Or maybe somebody forgets and then turns their car into a bomb because you just heated up a bunch of fuel.
That's true. Well, yeah, I don't know. Diesel is not as like gas.
combustion.
Yeah, gas is more
Yeah.
flammable than diesel.
Yeah. Diesel's like a pressure thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woof.
Yeah.
Man. What's the wildest thing you've seen? Plane land in the middle of a highway in front of you, or
there was a plane that was really there was a plane literally this morning. Literally this morning that was really low, and I was like, oh, that's kind of concerning. Like driving right above me.
probably the police.
No, it was
it
was a biplane.
Oh, okay. Well, in Virginia, that's how they do it with airplanes. Well,
Really?
drones now, but yeah,
Yeah.
the police. There used to be signs on the side of the highway like enforced radar by airplane,
I think I have seen that.
and you'd see them.Ey'd be flying not that
Really?
high in the air, just tagging people. So
Crazy.
weird. So
Yeah, I
stupid.
hate that.
They're just gonna let it in the mail. You were speeding.
Yeah,
Trying
literally.
to think, what's the craziest thing I've ever seen?
Deer get exploded. I mean, anything
Yeah.
wild. Human get exploded.
I've never seen that.
Kurt's like, no.
Well, yeah, that's why I brought up the accident last year. Is like since that, like my memory's kind of shot.
Oh,
So,
really?
I'm trying to think of like what.
Dude, how long were you in the hospital for?
Not even a full day. They
Really?
were literally just like, you have a concussion. What else are you gonna do? Yeah.
Eat some Cheetos, go
Yeah.
home for a week.
Sent me home with a $15,562 bill. I was there like 7 hours. Yeah. Yeah.
Holy shit.
With no pain meds. Nothing. No. I got an IV with fluids
Yep.
and a CAT scan. And that was it.
That must have been fun. Scary. CAT scan. You're probably asleep the whole time.
I wasn't asleep, but I was really out of it. I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot about this part. So I started hallucinating, which isn't funny, but it is funny.
Now it's funny.
And, yeah.
Then they were probably like, he's dying.
It was pretty scary then.
Yeah.
But like the stethoscopes and stuff that were on the wall, I thought that was the rib cage of a zebra, and I thought that a zebra had swallowed me, and that
Oh, that's wild.
and then when they pushed me out to go get the CAT scan or MRI or whatever it was, is that I thought that was a zebra regurgitating me because he realized that it didn't mean to swallow me. Yeah, I was tripping.
Dude, you were gone.
I was out.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it was. I had some scrambled egg brain.
You imagine you're saying that out loud, the doctor's just like, I don't know what the hell's happening.
Well, like when I went to go do the MRI, I was like, no, it's okay. I don't need to do this. I just met Aaron Gillespie last week. Why the hell would they care that I met the drummer of Under Oath? I was like, no, it's fine. I don't need to do this. It's fine.
First off, they're like, firstly, I don't know who that is. Secondly,
yeah. And then I got mad at them because they didn't tell me that they were like, they usually tell you when they inject the dye into you, and they didn't tell me, or maybe they did, and I was just really out of
Right.
it.
So they could see everything.
And and then I thought I pissed my pants, so I started yelling, I just pissed my pants. But really, it was just because the dye was in me. Yeah, I was not having it. Not a good time.
Dude. I'm in a zebra now.
Yeah.
This is my life.
I don't know. I've never thought that before, but
Yeah, of course not. No, that's a wild thought.
yeah, that's not a sober thought.
Turns out brain damage is a fucking
Yeah.
real thing.
Yeah, for sure is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really scared. Like when I like couldn't remember my name, and I was just like, well, this
Dude,
is my
a buddy,
life now.
a buddy of mine's dad woke up one day, no shit, was like, who are you people? Family. Didn't
Yeah.
realize he had kids. He thought it was 1973.
Jesus.
And they took him to the doctor. They're like, oh, it's some weird, not Alzheimer's thing, but something like that, like in
Yeah.
that thing, dementia thing. It was
Yeah.
like but there's a name for it. And for 2 days, didn't know his kids. He was like, I don't have no kids.
Oh,
Well, they would
shit.
show him like his face. He's like, why is everybody calling me? He had a nickname when he was young. He's like, my name's this, and then just snapped
Oh,
out of it.
shit.
He just
That's
woke
weird.
up, and then like 2 days later, he's just back to normal.
That's crazy.
Brains are crazy.
That scares the shit out of me. I don't
Scares
know
the
if that's ever
fucking
happened.
shit out of me. Every time I get lightheaded when I'm drumming and singing, I'll be like, this
Yeah.
is it. I'm
Yep.
going to die in front of everyone.
Yep. I'm just like, well, this is how I go out.
I don't ever stop.
Yep.
That's the way
there
to
you
go, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to go out doing what you
I
love.
want to give at least a few hundred people trauma.
Yeah, you have to. Got to make it worth it.
Died in front of everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
What makes me think of the kitchen or the menu? The menu.
The menu, I haven't seen it.
That movie's great.
No, me either.
I don't know. It doesn't look.
don't even know what that is.
It's a movie. It's like a horror movie, but with a chef.
Huh.
Yeah, it's,
I feel like they cook humans. Is that the whole thing?
no.
Oh, okay. That's kind of what
That's
they
good.
did.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want that. Ugh.
They're like, actually, it's just a dark chef movie.
Rob, do you have a favorite city that you've like?
Oh, that's a
where
good
you
one.
live, obviously,
Yeah.
but-
Do you like where you live?
I do. I don't know if I'll ever live anywhere else.
Okay.
I might. I've been kind of wanting to go to Nashville.
I feel that way about here. I'll live here forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like Denver and Salt Lake City, but I don't think I'll ever live there. Like,
Too much money, man.
It's really expensive, and I don't think
Which not that Chicago's any cheap, but
yeah, but
cheaper
I don't
than
think
that.
I would want to pay that much money to be in snow for 6 months of the
Right.
year. I don't know. I used to really want to go back to California because I was born in California.
Oh, okay.
But now, not so. It's too expensive and too crowded.
Yeah, too crowded.
I don't know. I like Chicago. I like
Cool.
where I'm at. Maybe Nashville. I like Atlanta.
Nashville's fun.
Yeah.
It's growing in a strange way.
Yeah, like a lot.
Yeah.
Like even I started going there like 3 years ago, and it's like
Oh, it's insane
exponentially
now.
bigger now.
I've been going to Tennessee's like one of my favorite because you get Memphis and Nashville, and you go boom, boom.
Yeah.
When we were young, we used to go hit it all the time because
Yeah.
concerts.
Yeah.
And man, Nashville just is. It's not even the same.
Yeah.
It's completely different looking.
Yeah, where do we know? I've done Brooklyn Bowl a couple of times. Exit In.
Exit In. Hell yeah. I
I
played at Exit In.
think that's the end.
The End. Yeah.
The end is
Yeah.
that's actually where I met my girlfriend.
Oh whoa.
I was
cool.
on tour with a band in December, and she was there. And one of my nicknames is so ridiculous, but it's Chain.
Chain.
And I have like a custom made chain. She's like, "Yo, that's sick. Can I take a picture of that?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then we started talking, and yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how that goes.
Yeah, but it's the most ridiculous nickname ever. It's because drivers at truck stops would like come up and try to talk to me, and the artist I was working with was like, "Yo, you need a nickname that's like hard as fuck, so they know they can't mess with you." And I was
Chain.
like, "All right, give me one." He's like, "Chain." I was like, "That's insane." And the other person that was there was like, "Yo, you gotta keep that." And I was like,
Chain.
"All right." And then that girl ended up having that necklace like custom made. It's ridiculous. It's insane.
You should have wore it, man.
I should have. I have it in the wagon, but
Some. We never had nobody wear a chain yet.
Some ice. Yeah, it's a chain that just says chain.
That's hilarious.
It's so
Oh, it
funny.
just says chain.
Yeah, I gotta show you.
It's beautiful.
We should do a grills episode, Kurt. We just get some. We just go to one of those mall kiosk things.
They're not. I mean, they're expensive, but they're not that expensive.
They're not as expensive as you would. The fake.
Spencer got grill ones.
Yeah, the fake ones are pretty affordable. They're like $40.
Yeah.
We could do that.
I don't know. That's pretty.
Yo, that's
pretty
hilarious,
drippy.
dude.
That's pretty drippy.
It looks like
It's
a
tight.
No Limit Soldiers record
Yeah,
cover.
It's sick. Yeah.
Chain.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. It was ridiculous.
I feel like I got that at a fucking Buc-ee's in West Virginia.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I love
Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's.
Do you?
I love
Oh
Buc-ee's.
God. Are you all allowed to? You're not allowed to pull into Buc-ee's,
Yeah.
are you?
Yeah.
In a
Yeah,
bandwagon.
you just can't be a semi.
Oh.
Yeah.
Technically, it's an RV.
Yeah. No,
Oh.
It says no 18-wheelers.
Kurt's happy. You
Yeah.
see there, Kurt? You can pull into Buc-ee's anytime, buddy.
I got
They're putting one
two-
here, and I'm fucking infinitely mad about it.
Why? You don't like it? You're a hater?
Well, it's just the traffic it causes, and people
Yeah,
here
that's
are
fair.
the worst drivers in the world. This is the worst place.
There's nobody on these roads. Like,
Today, it's
Yeah.
Sunday.
Nah, that's
because
fair.
they don't serve alcohol. On
Oh,
Sunday.
really?
Yeah.
is that why a bunch of the restaurants are closed?
No, the restaurants can serve it.
But they don't serve it in like convenience stores?
You can't go buy. Yeah, you can't go buy a 6-pack today. You
Really?
can go to a brewery and get it, which is weird
Interesting.
because we just got breweries. They could serve you a 6-pack that's sealed up, and you can take it with you.
That's so weird.
The laws are so but you're downtown, so you're literally next to those places. So if y'all did want booze, you could go.
Yeah.
There's a place called Lost 40 or
Huh.
Fly Away.
I'm sure it's already in the green room.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah,
but you can
maybe.
go and like just grab a 6-pack out of their cooler,
Huh.
and they have food. It's good food, but it's
Weird.
it's just a strange set of laws.
Yeah, that's so weird. Only on Sundays?
Only on
Are you
Sundays.
guys like limited in time? Like
It's 7. It's
Midnight the night before.
midnight to
I think midnight.
7.
Yeah.
No, it's 7 in the
7
morning
on
on the Monday.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's the stupidest shit in the world.
I don't
Makes
drink,
no
so it
sense.
doesn't affect me, but
It's
still.
like I'll just
like,
get more. Well, I used to, and now I have a heart condition.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid heart.
Yeah.
And so now I don't drink as much. I think
Yeah.
I'm probably done.
Our dry cities.
Oh yeah, we have dry
Yeah.
cities.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
you come from a place where it's just like, what? It's 4 in the morning. Let's just go get booze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or go to the dispensary and just buy as much weed as you want.
You can only have weed if you're medically.
Oh, yeah. No, we got recreational.
Yeah, y'all got recreational.
Yeah.
Which is wild because y'all have so many strict laws on stuff in
Yeah.
Illinois.
Yeah.
But recreational weed, I think
Yeah.
Oklahoma's the same way. Which they're the same way. They have a lot of strict laws on stuff too. But they're just
Yeah.
like, yeah, fucking get high.
Yeah.
And here we're like, well, here's good old boy shit. That's the
Yeah.
problem. And we don't need to get
Yeah.
political. It's stupid.
Yeah.
But it is dumb. It's like, oh, if I say I have anxiety, I can smoke all the weed I want.
Yeah.
But if it's Tuesday and I'm just normal, I can't.
Yeah.
It's silly.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense with Chicago, but I think that they are using it for the tax dollars and just
That's what we do. Yeah, that's
the
all they
tax
want.
is so
sure.
so expensive. Like you can go across the border to Michigan, it's like literally like a quarter of the price.
I would believe that.
It's
yeah.
so much cheaper.
How close are you to that side?
From Indiana. Well, it's not legal in Indiana, but I'm like maybe half an hour away from Indiana.
See, Indiana's really close.
And then Michigan, probably an hour and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I didn't finish that story. When we played in Chicago, the snowstorm.
oh yeah.
Yeah, we were in a suburb or whatever.
Yeah.
Turns out our buddy, the person we were with, his uncle lives there.
Oh, nice.
It's like a professor or something. Had a really dope house with a basement and shit.
Sick.
It's pretty sick.
Hell yeah, love
I was
that.
like, this rules. But it was minutes. We went inside and came out, and I was like,
oh yeah,
we need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
This is insane.
yeah.
You
Yep.
didn't even know what was happening.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't see nothing.
Dude, it was I've never experienced anything like it. I was like, they say it's going to snow, and then like we drove up there and it didn't snow. But
And then it did.
literally, we were asleep for maybe 2 hours.
Yeah.
And we went from nothing on the roads, not even a hint, to full on, it looked like a blizzard happened.
Oh yeah. It'll happen like that.
Yeah.
We yes, what the craziest thing I've seen on the road was probably I drove from Salt Lake City to St. Louis, and which normally isn't like a gnarly drive or anything, but it was literally like a blizzard the entire I had to drive
That's terrifying.
like literally 30 miles an hour the entire time. I drove for like almost 20 hours one
Yep.
day and then like 12 the next just to make it to the show.
Oh my God.
And I got sideways. I was going, and all of a sudden, next thing I know, I'm going completely
Dude.
sideways down the road, and I go off into the ditch, and then luckily I didn't have a trailer on because the direct support was taking all of our gear. Or I don't remember why, but we didn't have a trailer.
Right.
I think that's what. That's what it
They
was.
had the gear in the bigger trailer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so I was lucky enough to back up and get back on the road. And as that was happening, a semi was jackknifing, doing the
Oh
same
my
exact thing
God,
right
dude.
behind me. It was
Yeah.
terrifying.
That's terrifying.
And then on the first like full U.S. tour I ever did, we were in a bus, and the bus broke down because the fuel gelled, and we were stuck on the side of the road. That was in Wyoming, and we got stuck there for 3 days.
Oh my God.
And well, we were able to find our TM was able to find like some of his friends. I think I don't remember exactly what happened. I think he like got some of his friends that lived out there, and they came and picked us up and brought us to a hotel because we're in the middle of nowhere. There was no Ubers or anything.
Right.
And since the fuel gelled, we were just in a cold vehicle. It was like 20 below with the wind chill. It was freezing.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah. And yeah,
shit
that
turn
happened.
around.
I've seen a bunch of semis flipped over.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Um,
That one's pretty common, sadly.
yeah.
I've seen some gnarly interstate.
I've seen
accidents.
a semi flip over. Like I saw it
You
actually
watched it
happening.
happen?
Yeah.
That's scarier.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah, it's terrifying because I'm like that could easily happen to me.
Oh yeah.
You know, like you think when you're in these big vehicles that you're safe, and
No.
you're definitely not.
No. Honest, probably worse. 5 minutes.
Cool.
Aw.
That was easy.
We were just having a good time,
Yeah,
man.
just getting warmed up.
That's the way it is with these.
Yeah.
That first hour is like, let's get to know each other.
Yeah.
Then you start spitballing, like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, what
That's
kind
like-
of fucking shit did you do as a kid?
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
and that is, you're a city kid. Sounds like.
Yeah.
Where'd you grow up in California?
Well, I only lived there until I was 5, and then I moved to Illinois.
Okay.
So I was just basically born there, and I was born in North Hollywood.
So city.
Yeah, and we lived in Burbank, which is where like all the
Yep.
studios and stuff are.
Yep.
But we would go back there every summer for like a month and just chill because I had a bunch of family out there.
Oh, okay.
I don't anymore, but
So I was raised in small towns, so like it was all woods living. So we just
yeah,
do
no. My
debaucherous shit.
my house in Illinois, my childhood house it backed up to a cornfield, so it
Oh,
was
so
like-
there's some troublemaking going on.
Yeah, a little bit.
Probably not a cornfield anymore, is it?
It is
Really?
I think I haven't driven by it in a while, but yeah, the last time I went by it was.
God, that's all Illinois is.
Yeah.
You're driving in,
Yep.
and then you're just Chicago's just there.
Yep.
How did that
Yep.
happen? How did the fuck? Chicago's so interesting to me because that whole state is nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is nothing there.
Yeah. It's definitely getting a lot busier now. Like in
Really?
the last probably 10 years or so, yeah, everything's getting built up.
It's probably everywhere, really.
Yeah. Everything's crowded, but
Crowded, but it's all oddly the same place. Everywhere's kind of the same
yeah.
now.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I like it. It's like just close enough to the city where it's not a huge deal to drive
Right.
out there, but far enough where I don't have to worry about like
3-hour traffic jams at the
yeah,
end of the day.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking
Which I
of-
guess there's no end of the day for you.
there's
you don't
not
really have a day job
No.
now, so
Nope. Now I quit my day job to work less, and now I work 24 hours a day. It's like,
Well, dude, thanks for coming, man.
of course, man. Thanks for having me.
I had a blast. This has
Same.
been awesome. Be safe.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I don't know that you get to enjoy the shows, but you're probably
It's all
going
right.
straight to bed after this.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right.
Got a 5 or 6 hour drive tonight.
Do you have an Instagram or anything where
yeah.
you put out your adventures at?
Yeah, Rob Haberman photo.
Okay.
And then like Facebook is just Rob Haberman photography.
Hell yeah.
Easy, just
I
my
will
name.
sub as soon as we're
Cool.
done.
Sweet.
Crashcast Pod 1 on Twitter. Do Patreon, please. It helps pay for all these delicious waters. And thank you for listening. Peace.